Hey, it's 28mm RPG, Rick here, and we're back again for another episode of Shadow in the Stars. And we have the gang here again, and let's go ahead and unmute everybody once again. All right, go ahead and make sure everything is good over here. All right, so for tonight, a little bit of a, we have a new face with us. We have Shadow from Shadow and Sun with us. He is, and we've lost Josh in the meantime. I'm sure he'll pop back in here. Let's see. There's got to be some sort of things going on here. Wonderful. Are you okay there, Josh? Hey, I think Josh has lost his mic. Yeah, and he has everything feeding back. Check.
It wouldn't be this type of game unless something happened.
Yeah, it's very squawky. Something's going on here. Josh, have you got your headphones like everything going through your headphones? We can't hear you. Your mic isn't even working. Have a little bit of a mumble in there, but it's I'm hearing more of me.
Just to let you know, Shadow, this happens every week.
You should have seen the show. On Saturday night. The show is on Saturday night. The show is on Hollywood professionals,
Yeah. This is totally professional. Can't you tell? All right. So we are feeding back somewhere here, and Josh is still not coming through at all. So let's, Josh, try and rejoin again. I'll remove you. And he'll try and rejoin us again here.
Everybody's good though? Like, volume levels are good between the four of us here?
Yeah, I think so. It sounds good.
Okay, you guys are clear to me, so.
Yeah. Just wondering if we got some feedback from the people out there. We got anybody out there right now?
Is there anybody out there?
Anybody out there can give us some insight on what's happening.
The crazy is happening.
Okay, I'll go ahead and move this over so I can see that. I'm sure Shauner's enjoying this. He's going,
oh yeah,
those guys.
I hope so.
What are they doing this time? I can't tell.
They're not in character. They're a bunch of characters.
You see, there's a couple of buttons that you press up above there, and
am I not turtly enough for the turtle club?
Not turtle.
Turtle.
He doesn't even know that. He's like, yeah, master of disguise, Dana Carvey.
Yep. Master of disguise.
he uses he does that, and it's just like Turtle Club. Oh my god. All right, let's see if we can get Josh in here. Speak, Josh, speak.
Or forever hold your peace.
We can't hear a single word he says. We see the lips are moving, but nobody's home.
Trying to hear him.
He's got the buzzy mic. Buzzy. Okay, if you scratch your head a little bit, you might get a little bit of transmission coming through on that mic. Whoa. Okay, we need to get. Yeah. Try and hook yourself up again there, Josh. That was weird. He was coming through okay when he was first.
Oh yeah, that's crazy. Like what happened? We start our session and everything goes kittywonk.
Let's see, Shauner says, yeah. Well, yeah, we are using StreamYards there, Shauner. That's why he's Shauner's in the I think he's got something wrong with his mic. Some setting went whack or something there, or his mic broke. We'll bring him in again. See what happens. No, still got the buzz going on.
Yeah, he's still got that going on.
Josh hit another setting there on. Wow, that didn't sound good. He's got aliens in his microphone.
Gremlins.
Yeah, Josh, I think you broke your mic or something. Yeah, Shauner says he's going to come back later. He's probably pulling out more of his hair watching. This. Wow.
Can you hear me?
Now we can hear you.
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Oh, perfect. Okay, let's do this. Alrighty. Okay, so as you guys are heading out towards the depths of space in order to reach the amount of area that you need to escape in order to get yourself into a jump position. What happens is the family that you have on board decide they start requesting. They're like, is it okay if we go under for a bit for this part? We find the week-long distance a little bit taxing on us. So is it okay if we go into the berths for hibernation? And if anybody wishes to chirp in.
So I say yes, certainly. It's will cut down resources and save us some rations and so forth. So absolutely make yourselves comfortable.
Thank you. So they end up proceeding into the room. Zalia ends up checking over some of the processes going on with the systems, make sure everything works out okay. There's a little diagnostic on each. Once she finishes that, she lets the first person into the berth,
crowd chamber,
which is Maya. First off, I was just trying to read the names here. It's been over a week, so I'm an old man. I'm starting to.
A lot can happen in over a week.
Exactly. There's been a lot. So Maya goes under first, and the capsule closes over her. She's all okay. Next is Ballas. He goes in, the son. And then, of course, Edgar. And then the two kids, they also go under as well. And everything seems to be all okay. Alrighty. In the meantime, Rusk, goes up to Coz and says, so let's, once we get underway here, perhaps, we'll keep watches over the chips every once in a while. Just to make sure, I understand that we're with these guys, but, I'm kind of, I've got my hackles up on the edge of my ears here. Don't entirely trust these guys, but I guess the Cobb guy is okay. He can handle himself in the gladiatorial arena a little.
You want, I can, put extended shifts, 8 hours a pop if you want for me to, keep an eye on, boss.
I was just thinking maybe we can, you got anything on you that can, kind of keep a camera lens on this thing? Anything on you?
Maybe my watch.
That could possibly work. Maybe we can go ahead and wire into the systems here somehow and just kind of keep an eyeball on it.
Toss it to him.
Okay, he kind of looks at it and he's going, he's like, I'm not exactly a wizard at this kind of stuff. He tosses it back to you. He goes, maybe you got
Plan
something
B?
up your sleeve.
Plan B, I just hang out here and
All right,
sit on like a mother hen.
sounds good. Well,
I got nothing better to do.
we're
I brought a book.
We're gonna be sitting here for a while. Yeah, I'll go grab you up some magazines from the common room there. Yeah, nods to you and heads on off. You see Cobb there as well in the cargo bay as well. He's the guy that fought Rusk, and he put up a good fight, but didn't last very long in the arena with him. He actually lasted longer than most people do, which was quite amazing.
Nice right hook you got there.
Oh, Josh, we can't hear you. Your mic is out.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, there you go. And you hear the intercom come on again, and you hear Cora come over. Situate yourselves. We're about to go ahead and hit jump. Go ahead and pack things down. Get ready to roll here. It should be in an ETA of about 15 minutes.
I go ahead and plot the. If I recall, I'm jumping to 𝙏next. I'll go ahead and plot the course to 𝙏.
You're going to 𝙏. Hold on. You were going to.
I thought we were going to PENDRY.
PENDRY first.
Oh, I thought we were in PENDRY. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Well, I'll plot the jump to PENDRY.
Hit the jump map here, just so everybody sees. Yeah, waypoint to PENDRY. You can't. Because that is where you want to go ahead and do the deal.
Yeah.
I believe we did a plot course already. So.
Yeah, we did. We were just taking flight when we ended last week.
Yeah. Alrighty. And before I forget, let's hit that time clock again before that just disappears on me.
You're getting pretty bad at that.
I know it's amateur night tonight. Sorry.
What? He's
All
a
right.
professional streamer.
Yeah.
It's anything can happen Sunday,
Yeah, exactly. All righty. So everybody locks down, gets ready to roll here on the jump. The Cora goes ahead and initiates the jump sequence. Starts up, and the ship blasts into jump jump speed, I guess. Light speed, jump speed. And
Infinity and beyond.
yeah, exactly.
Okay, easy there, Buzz.
And the bubble, the sheath goes over top of the ship. You can see outside that there's the gaseous kind of bubble that occurs of the kind of like a plasma sheath that goes over. Very colorful as it's blazing past the ports on the sides of the cargo bay and such. And basically the ship stabilizes, and you've got yourself a kind of like a smooth run happening now. I take it you guys will be doing your traditional, I have you guys listed down as doing some various things. Adamus will be doing vacuum suits, Rye persuade, and Cobb is doing melee, like training. Anything that you would like to do for training as well for Kos?
Nope, I got a job to do. Sit here on my heels and watch the chips, just vibrate,
Exactly.
He's training for concentration.
Concentration. Insight. No.
Insight.
I may, do the old 6-gun.
Okay.
Okay. Fool around like that, but that's about it.
So he's doing some gunplay, and we'll go ahead and make a roll here for you. Oh, that's because my task is up high. He does it fairly well, nicely. And Cobb, you notice he's fairly good at the old gunplay there. Seems to look like he knows how to handle himself.
Okay.
And if you wish to go ahead and move yourself, if you guys wish to go ahead and move yourself around on the ship, feel free. It's all open for you to go ahead and manipulate your token if you want, in order to engage with any other NPCs along this way. Otherwise, we can continue on and fast forward into past the jump phase. And
I'm determined to get medical help for Tara, so my concentration is in the captain's chair, focusing on our task.
Okay, and for Gordo, for Adamus.
Yep. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I keep a good system diagnostic on the jump drive, make sure there's no problems cropping up, and then be ready for sensor sweep once we jump out of that jump space back into the PENDRY system.
Seems to be fairly stable. You don't notice any anomalies at all on the system. In fact, you notice that the as far as electronics go, you notice a noticeable boost in speed. Particularly when it's with the power conducts and stuff. So through the conduits and everything, it seems to be fairly boosted. It seems to be very efficient.
Okay.
And just standing on the chips there. And Cobb?
I'm just going to do a round of the ship, make sure everything, no stowaways, no nothing, just talk to everyone, see how they're doing.
Yep. as you're making your rounds, yeah, you see the rest of the crew eventually up on top on the second deck. Saul, Jack himself, as well as Zalia and Scott Bailey, who Scott is still, looking around trying to acclimate to this whole starfaring thing by the looks of it. And he's just like, man, how do you guys do it? Every time going into space like this and seeing this blackness out here, it's just like, that's enough to drive a man crazy. I never thought that the future would hold such things as this. This is nuts.
Yeah. It's quite something else. You get used to it after a while. You just find something to focus on and
He's like,
a task to do.
So it is like with what's happening around Earth nowadays? Like, are we part of some sort of bigger thing? Like, totally don't understand what's going on here.
I'm not sure. That's before my time. I don't really know what's going on now. Just
It's like,
spent my time out in this area.
do you have any way to go ahead and like access some sort of like I know we had things like computers on our world, but do you have anything like a library or some sort of things that I can look at in order to figure out what's going on in this area?
Yeah. I'll quickly radio up. Captain Bailey wants access to the computer system just to get more acclimated with what's going on. Am I free to give him the access?
Yeah, you are, but make sure it's restricted to only his search.
Yep. Yeah, I will give him just very limited.
Okay.
Roger that.
Like what passenger would access, not no crew access and any of that kind of stuff.
News
Sure.
articles and stuff like that.
Yep.
So
Yeah, I'll give him access to that stuff. And
Cobb, go ahead and roll a education, please, for me, and
Okay.
I will make this fairly.
Hey, Cobb, this is Rye.
yeah,
What is he researching?
he wants to know about Earth, and I mean this is a whole new thing for him. He's used just not used to our society, technology, any of it really.
Yeah,
We do have information in our archives. If you can pull that up for him, you can find a lot of information that way.
Sounds good. I'll pull up the stuff that just the basics, news articles, and
Bailey says thanks.
tech logs, that kind of stuff.
Look at this. Earth won a war against what's this? The Imperium? And what? And there's he's like reading through it. And Cobb, you're suddenly realizing that there is some slight discrepancies in some of this information. Like abrupt, strange discrepancies. You're discovering that that Earth actually fought off in the Imperium War that it had against it on the third time that they had clashed with each other, which resulted in a Earth being basically surrounded and taken over by the Imperium. You're reading something about that in that time there was actually a stalemate that was brought up in that period, which
Okay.
you know that the Earth was overran and taken over.
Someone must have falsified some information for some reason. We'll have to look into it. I will forward that info to Adamus and just say that when he's got some time to look into it and see what he thinks of it. Someone's up to something.
Okay,
And-
I'll
yep.
search our records and try to see if I can determine any signs of tampering or intrusion into our systems.
Yeah, you're looking through. Go ahead, roll an electronics roll for me.
Okay. Probably not.
Yeah, you still got a marginal success. You aren't finding any kind of real evidence of any kind of tampering. In fact, you're reading through the thorough, documentation here on some of the history, and you're finding also that there has been some alterations as you are well versed with the intricacies of the diplomacy of the Glimmerdrift Federation itself, and you're realizing there has been some slight differences happening here. There's something a little weird going on with the with what the history is showing you, as far as you can recollect. You're almost having like a Mandela effect.
Okay. Cobb, this is Adamus.
Yeah, come in.
Yeah, so this is very odd.
Okay, we'll have to.
And I'm wondering if we're exploring. Yeah, sorry, we're exploring outside of our reality. If maybe we inadvertently went to a different timeline because this isn't matching up with my recollection.
Possibly. I mean, everything.
I'm
But it seems
going
the
to try
same.
to do to see if I can. Yeah, I'm going to do some sensor scans to see if I can detect any anomalies in our vicinity.
Okay, I'll just let
So
okay, just let Ryan know, and I'll let Overton know and see if maybe he might know something.
Overton's like, he's like, okay, you talk to him. He's like, what are you talking about there, Cobb? What is this? You're saying what is wrong?
The history as we know it and remember it isn't the same as the recorded history.
He's like checking it over, and he's like running it through, and he's like looking at it. He's like, oh, it seems right to me.
Okay, I'll let Adamus know, and then contact Ryan and tell him what's up, and something might be up here. And what his thoughts might be.
And Rye says,
Well, that's quite the discrepancy. I remember it differently myself. Someone falsified this information.
Well, Overton seems to think it's correct, so possibly is it just the three of us that are remembering things wrong?
Cora's beside you listening in. She's like, what are you guys talking about?
Look at this information that we got pulled up on the screen here, Cora.
She looks over. She's the Soleimani and the Imperium. Yeah, they did sign an armistice and stop the invasion in the Third War. That seems right to me.
I don't know, just something
I think,
doesn't look right.
Yeah, Adamus is going to take biological samples from the three of us and from the members of our crew, looking for the presence of background radiation or any kind of genetic changes, and comparing the two to see if we're actually in our reality or if there's subtle change in the our crew members.
You start wandering around trying to access to get some samples. You get the cooperation pretty much of everybody else. Like Zal helps you out getting some samples prepared from everybody for analysis. And she says, so you want me to go ahead and do a check over the scatter of the radiation over, the lifespan over the cells and stuff like that. So she starts checking things out and starts running tests. And she says, yeah, this will probably take quite a few hours to run this, but she'll go ahead and keep you in touch on anything that she finds out. So she ends up setting stuff up in her little lab in her stateroom and getting things prepared. In the meantime, time keeps on going along, and yeah, you're understanding that there's like kind of a slight tweak in what you recall in the timeline and what you're seeing as you're kind of looking through some of the articles that come up, especially in some of the Glimmer Drift background with the war with the Shikikar and the issues that occur. But keep in mind, you do have a couple of Shikikar on board, which is Kos as well as Rusk himself. Of course, when I say Shikikar, just in case anybody out there, they are humanoids like human as well. So there's no kind of like massive difference. They've just been kind of secluded from a lot of the other humans around in the vicinity. So they've kind of grown up into their own kind of a society and such. So it's pretty much like when you look at it, it's like different countries, have their different quirks and stuff like that. And eventually they grow to having, common features and stuff like that, which they all kind of, develop into. But eventually, as the time rolls on, you're starting to get the notifications that the time of your jump is going to be coming at a close here, and Pendry seems to be on the outskirts within a few hours. You also get a report from Zalia. She comes over and she talks to you, Adamus. She goes, so we're looking at stuff here, and I'm noticing something a little bit strange, because as far as my last checkup on you guys before the incident back at Kurudis, there appears to be like somewhat of a strange thing happening with your cell, with the arrangements in your cell. I'm seeing some form of discrepancy from what you had before then that you have now. She's not quite sure what it could mean, but there again,
I'm sorry. Can you be more specific in terms of the changes? Is it at the level of the DNA, or cellular changes?
It's some cellular changes. She's recognizing that you've been exposed to a different spectrum of radiation than what is normal here. So she goes ahead and shows you the levels of her and the rest of the crew is kind of fairly consistent because they've been kind of along on the same path. However, when it comes to you, Cobb, and Rye, it appears that yours is a little bit peaked in a few areas. She's like, I don't know exactly what it means, but maybe it's some form of maybe it's when you traveled through with those those entities.
Check for any structural changes in the hippocampus of each of our brains. See if there's any anything that would explain memory loss or corruption of our memories.
Certainly. Who would you want me to go through first?
You can go ahead and scan me if we can do it quickly before we come out of jump space.
Oh, certainly. Okay. Come into my stateroom. She goes ahead and leads you on into the stateroom there, sets you into the into like a little bit of a scanning chamber that you lie down into, and she starts doing a full scan of your brain. Starts doing, it starts bringing up like a 3D representation of it, and she's looking at it going, well, seeing here, everything seems to be all right as far as your memories are concerning. What you're remembering is 100% real to you, although it conflicts with what we know as history.
I call Rye Cobb. This is Adamus. We need to have a private meeting.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
on my way.
Yeah,
Thank
where do you want to meet?
Just pick an empty stateroom.
Everybody goes to the empty stateroom.
And I go and relay it and say, I believe our encounter with the anomaly has either altered our memories or actually we're from a different timeline than the one that we're in. And I'm seeing, I show them the evidence that we have not been exposed to the same background radiation that the other members of the crew has, slightly altered, which means that we have not been in this universe, at least we have not experienced it the way they have. And that I don't know what it means, but doesn't appear there's anything wrong. We're not sick, but we are definitely not perceiving things the way that our companions are.
Is
I
it
think
progressive?
To the best of my knowledge, no. At this point, it is simply a difference in our experience in the past.
Yeah, parallel reality or something along those lines, maybe.
I can't explain it scientifically, but that's what we definitely have not been exposed to the same radiation in this universe as our own.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's not affecting what we're going through right now.
I'll keep you posted. To the best of my knowledge, no, not this time.
Okay, just our memories. Do we keep it between the three of us, or do we want to reach out for anyone to get some help? Who has more knowledge, or
for now, keep it between the three of us because
agree.
it's only affecting us three. And then if it progresses, then we'll let someone know.
okay? Perhaps do we want Zalia to check up on us more often, just to make sure that it is not
That would
It's a good
be a good idea. Yeah.
That is a good idea.
progressive? And sounds good. Well, looks like we're almost out of jumps.
I've been scanned. The two of you, once we're out of jump space, should be scanned as well as a baseline.
I'll make sure to check in.
Yeah, we'll both make sure to check in just before jump ends, just to, and then we can get to our stations.
Okay, in the meantime, Rusk approaches Kos and says, "Hey, anything unusual been happening, or seems to be pretty casual along on the ship in general?"
Piece of cake, just another milk run.
Okay, yeah, let's hope it stays this way.
Look at that bracelet you made.
You gonna make some socks to go along with that scarf as well?
Oh boy. Okay. So, anyways, the ship indicates you start getting the little announcement over the intercom. Cora perks up and says, "We are about to break the jump barrier here and come back into real space once again. Everybody, hang on."
Okay, I'm going to head to the weapon station just in case
I'm going to head to the captain's chair.
we run into anything hinky
Okay.
or out of the ordinary.
For sure. And proceeding into all your stations, everybody kind of gets ready and sets up for hopefully is a good approach into the next system. Kaboom! Suddenly you're back into regular space. A couple of fluctuations happen and you get a little bit of a bump, but the sensors array comes up and starts showing you a vast amount of knowledge popping up on your screens. You have a what appears to be a gas giant off in the distance, the main world PENDRY. She does a bit of a cursory scan from this distance, and she reports back there is some form of an array around the planet. Appears to be possibly some form of a defense grid of some form has been set up.
I check our records and see if that is what's supposed to be around Pendry, or if that's something new.
PENDRY, yeah, it's kind of limited on your library records. It shows that it's kind of a low tech world. There is a fairly substantial starport by the way that the records show here. Not visited by anybody too often in this area. You guys are really out in the outskirt boondocks of what is normally, Glimmerdrift Federation territory.
Okay, I key the mic and broadcast a broadband signal. I say, Pendry Stellar Control, this is the free trader Nebuchadnezzar. Please respond.
You get a report back. Let me get to my notes. And you get a report back. This is Port Acheron. We hear you loud and clear, Glimmerdrift. If you wish to approach, you must follow our exact instructions.
Yes, thank you. We are not familiar with the procedures in this system. Standing by to receive.
Okay, you get sent a list of coordinates in order to follow, and by what the computer is indicating, but by the plot lines, it's giving you kind of a direction straight into where the planet is, and appears to kind of centralize into one particular spot on the planet's surface. Looks like
Right, this is Adamus.
Go ahead.
We have very specific close control instructions for approaching the planet. We have to fly this profile precisely to avoid upsetting the locals. Please make sure that we follow this track. I'll transmit to a station.
Definitely. Roger that. We'll just make sure that we're on high alert because there might be something at the other end.
I scan for any local defensive vessels of any kind or defensive arrays.
All right. So yeah, what you're showing up appears to be a network of what looks to be some form of satellite systems that surrounds the planet. But we're talking like a fair distance away from the planet's surface. We're talking like a good 50 million kilometers away from the surface. So it is quite distant. Yet it is orbiting around the entire world as you see. There is no moon to this world, actually, from what you can see on record here. And and you also notice that there is a couple of glitchy spots that you see, and as you increase in on those, you're noticing that those are wreckages of vessels. Look like they've been hit and pretty much decimated. Just basically debris fields of what were, some forms of vessels.
I'm going to go ahead and make sure I transmit our diplomatic credentials and our commerce licenses to make sure that they know we're on the up and up.
And they report. They give you an all okay green signal to proceed in. And Cora goes ahead and does her, make sure that she's spot on her piloting. She is exceptional as always, and follows the course true as an arrow. And as you are making your approach, you notice that as you're getting closer, you can see that the that the last point of your plotted course goes towards a station which is just up in low orbit. And it appears that you are going to be docking by the looks of it in this giant kind of, space station.
Okay, I'll keep scanning and watch the approach. Make sure we stay on course.
Okay. In the meantime, you for Rusk and have everybody's name here. Rusk and Kos. Write down stuff here.
He's had a long day.
Yeah, I did. It's been it's crazy long day. I have to write stuff down. I'm getting old. So Kos, you notice that Rusk is like he's got a little like a hand unit and he's like typing things out on it, kind of idea, on some sort of a handheld device. And you notice that he's getting a little transmission back and forth. And suddenly, boys up front, Adamus, you get a transmission towards you from Overton. He's saying, we've got some sort of a signal being broadcasted out from our ship.
Can you locate the source?
Appears to be probably some sort of unit being utilized on our ship, checking things out. He's like,
Send me the frequency, please.
He gives you the numbers.
Okay. I go
Jam
to the frequency and try to see if I can hear or decipher what the signal is.
Yeah, you're getting you're getting some sort of little bit of communications. It's not voice, it's typed. And it appears to it's asking whether or not everything's set in place. And you get an affirmative back from the planet's surface.
Okay. Right, this is Adamus. Security alert. We've got an unauthorized transmission leaving the vessel. I'm jamming it now. I'm going to broadcast white noise on that frequency to prevent any further transmission.
Go ahead, quickly.
They're communicating with someone on the planet, and apparently there is it looks like they're collaborating with someone down below, but they're ready for our arrival.
Okay, Cobb, come in.
Yeah, Roger.
Do check out where that communication was coming from.
Okay, I'll radio Sal as well and tell him to meet me.
Okay.
Roger that.
And we'll go and see what that is.
Appears to be in the cargo bay.
Okay, we will head towards it. I will let Shar know as well that we have a possible security breach and to watch the engine room.
As you walk in, you basically see Kos and Rusk standing pretty much close to the cargo, and you notice Rusk has got some sort of a handheld unit, and he's like pressing something on it, going, "What the hell? Damn it!" He's like, looks kind of confounded and confused. He's like, he looks over at Kosa. I think I'm being jammed or something here.
I'll go up to him. Something you want to tell us there, boys?
He's like, I'm trying to get a hold of our contact on the planet's surface, and it doesn't seem to be getting through.
Yeah, about that. Mind telling us what's actually going on? We don't like when people do things on our ship that we don't know about. Makes the captain a little twitchy.
He goes, "You guys are jamming us." Okay. Well,
yeah.
Here's the story. So we got this cargo here, and what we're going to end up doing is we're going to be doing a little bit of a trade. You have to understand, we're in a little bit of a precarious situation with this planet here. it's not well known, but this is a place where you receive things like contraband,
Okay.
mostly
I'll,
illegal cargoes. A lot of pirates in this area. Says if we keep on going to the course towards the space station, we should be totally fine. But I need to go get a hold of my guys on the planet's surface in order for us to go ahead and conclude this deal.
Okay, I'll radio Rye. Yeah, it looks like they're just getting everything ready for the deal to take place. It's a little bit of a shady deal, if you will. Kind of what we're used to.
Then
If you
arm
want to come
ourselves.
and talk to them and get the info from them if you would like.
Yeah, I'm gonna come down.
Okay, I'll let them know. Yeah, the captain's going to come down and just confirm everything with, yeah, we just don't do anything without his say-so around here. We've been burned before.
He goes, I
That's all.
get you.
Tight ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, you end up showing up into the cargo bay. You can basically see there's Kus, Rusk, Sal, and Cobb there.
Okay, what's going on with this? Inform me of what's going down.
Yeah. He goes, there's a Rusk goes ahead and shows you the little handheld he's got. He passes it over to you. You say, this is my contact down below on the planet's surface now that we're close enough to go ahead and make some transmissions. He says, what I need is to be able to communicate to this guy because they're going to be trying to get this deal kind of forwarded to us. We give them the chips, they give us the goods. Basically, we just go to the space station. It's all easy ride, he says. Just relax, chill out, enjoy, at the nightclub, Ronks, wherever, stay there overnight, and they should have everything on the ship for us.
I'll look over at Coz. Do you trust Rusk?
He looks over at Kosi. He goes, he better.
All right.
He's
Gonna
too
be
busy
under
knitting.
his-
Are you can you hear there,
Sorry.
Shadow?
What was that?
He was asking whether or not you trust Rusk.
Of course. Don't you?
I've been burned before. You guys are new.
Yeah. Understandable. But there's just the two of us, and you gotta.
Exactly. You
This
have
is
you have
fine.
the ship and everything. So here, you have my handheld. You can check and see whether or not there was any other transmissions. This is the only thing. We're not trying to stab you in the back or anything. We want this deal to go through.
We do as well.
Y'all-
I prefer if Cobb went with you as well. He's my number one security guy.
Okay. Maybe we can arrange that. It's no problem.
All right. Well, I give back the handheld and Cora, unjam that. Finish the
You don't wanna get
preparations
paid,
for
right?
landing.
Okay,
look-
so Adamus, if you contact Adamus, Adamus is going to drop the jamming, but he's going to monitor the signal closely. And if he sees anything he doesn't like, he's going to raise the jamming again.
For sure.
Sounds good.
You notice that they start transmitting back and forth to each other again. It's a very, very close band frequency. It's definitely something that they're trying to hide from the space station itself. So the ship starts closing in. Cora starts letting you know that she's got docking coordinates, and they're sending us to docking bay 9. We're heading there. Should be closing in on it in the next 10 minutes.
Okay, go back to where Adamus is. Anything we should be alerted about?
So my concern is I'd like more details. If this is a shady deal, we should have known that before we left our last spaceport. If we're going to be trying to get cargo from the surface, we need to be able to know more about the plan of how we're going to make this transaction work. And if the locals find out, what kind of repercussions are there going to be? We need to know that going in.
For sure. Is there any backup plan? Maybe something we can help these guys out with to see if that's going to help?
Get in, get out, act like normal.
Yeah, I can handle the diplomacy piece and try to keep them placated. But how are we actually doing the transfer? Are we taking Nebuchadnezzar to the surface? Are they bringing the cargo to us? And what happens if it goes sideways?
Those are the big questions.
I believe they're just going to bring the cargo to us. Or rather, they'll take the cargo from the ship. We're just trading for money. So basically, just a normal freight or normal deal. No one needs to know.
They're
How
trying
are
to do it
anything else?
under the radar.
How do we want to handle the? They're going to ask for a ship's manifest when we dock. Are we going to disclose the ships?
No, just same thing we always do. Just fake it until we make it. That's what we're good at.
Play it by
That's what we
ear.
pay you for.
So if we mean to conceal it, I will provide a manifest of our passengers and any other mundane items that we have on board. We have to then find a way to hide what we have in case they
Pretty much make a
board
false
us.
manifest.
Yeah.
Yep.
Unless they board us. So where do you want to hide the chips?
Mm, What
The
kind of?
last place I would want to look.
I mean, depending on the dimensions of the container, we can just say it's something they don't need to know about.
So why don't we place it in? Why don't we have Overton try to secret it away in engineering out of sight, so in case we're boarded, they're not going to find it if they go in the cargo bay. And I will
Basically, the last place I would want to look. That would be a good idea.
I will try to
Yeah.
keep them from boarding the ship. I'll use my charm.
Yeah, it just depends on the dimension of the pallets there.
Well, I got trust in you, Adamus. You haven't let us down yet.
So Rusk ends up checking up over at Kos. He's like, so you think we're gonna get any trouble happening here? These guys are starting to sound like they're sketching out on us.
I'd be twitchy too, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But you realize, these individuals, man, you don't want to double cross them. So that's the thing. If they feel like they're being double crossed, and the shit's gonna hit the fan pretty fast. And these guys are our only way off this out of this system. So
Yeah, so we stick to the plan and
exactly.
I'm going to
make
sorry,
the
go ahead.
trade and get the hell out of here.
That's exactly what we want to do. Get ourselves over to Fal and finalize this deal.
Yeah. I have no problem sticking with the chips till there's somebody else's.
All right.
I can make more bracelets.
He's like, hey, can I have
As long as I ain't wearing,
can I
you know
have
what I mean?
can I have the purple one?
You're killing me, Smalls.
He goes, yeah, I like you, Kos.
They like me too. Been
And
liking me a good long time.
so Overton comes over. You see this fairly stout individual approach, and he's like, just wondering if it'd be okay if we go ahead and relocate the goods if there's any kind of situation that may come up.
Customs.
And Risk kind of looks over. He goes, "Look, dude, there's nothing illegal about this cargo. It's what we're gonna get, which is gonna get us in real trouble if we don't. If that'll be the thing that we have to watch out for." He says, "This stuff here is legit. The chips. It's just a case of what we get in return is gonna go ahead and get us what we want on FAL."
Overhear the conversation. So don't you need more people to help on the way back to the ship as a contingency?
He's like, "No, don't even worry about that. We have things being arranged right now. The less we have in motion, the better off we are. The less eyes we have on what's going on." He says they're going to go ahead and deliver the shipment and take the chips. But the thing is, they got to get their cargo up into where we're at. And that's the tricky part. But they're going to deal with that on their end. We just have to lay low, let everything flow through. Everything is arranged. Don't worry about it, guys. We just, chill out and enjoy ourselves on the starport.
Okay.
Cora indicates that, yeah, we are about to dock. Everybody, stand by. And the ship goes in, does a nice little landing onto the pad. And behind you, the hangar doors go ahead and close up behind you. Repressurizes the entire vicinity, the outside. And ships indicating that everything's pressurized and ready to roll outside there, sir.
I head to the cargo ramp to go out and meet with the customs officials.
Yeah, the customs officials, approach, and you can see that they're, just men in kind of a standardized kind of uniform. Not too military looking at all, but it looks like more official kind of airport kind of outfits that they have on, and they flash their badges towards you.
I stride forward, real friendly. "Gentlemen, it's so nice to meet you." Give them a nice handshake. Say, "Boy, that was kind of a lengthy journey from our last system. So happy to be here and see a friendly face. Here's our again, our diplomatic credentials and our cargo manifest.
Okay.
You're welcome to ask any questions you have. I'm just happy to be here. We're just really passing through. We'll be here for a day or so, and then we'll be heading out to another system. This is really just a waypoint for us. Wanted to discuss, refueling and servicing options here at the starport, and see if we get the ship service before we depart.
Go ahead, looks you over. Go ahead and roll the diplomacy roll for me, please.
Yep.
They're like, yeah, it's all right. Yeah, no problem. Where they're looking through the manifests and checking it out. He says, "What's the cargo on board?"
Just some mundane items, and honestly, we're really just here to, like I said, just to pass through waypoint on our journey. But we have some passengers on board that are that book travel with us, and otherwise, just looking to enjoy the hospitality of your facilities until we're ready to take our next leg of our trip.
Okay, are you planning on doing any trading?
Uncertain. We've got some of our sales folks that are going to perhaps talk to some of the locals, but nothing firm at this moment.
Okay, he says, well, here's the general rules. If you're coming on board and you want to go ahead and utilize the starport facilities, he says we have a good arrangement of, good entertainment areas in our starport. Says the best place is Bronx. Good food, good drink. He says if you do utilize any of our trade facilities, basically go through the tarmac into customs. There's an area called the cargo stowage. Generally, people there will go ahead and take care of any ins and outs of any kind of cargo being passed on. So make sure you go through them. Anything coming through there has to be verified through the warehouse. But make sure that you do not bring any assault weapons of any sort. We would prefer that you have concealables tucked away on your ship and not on your person. Anybody coming onto into the starport proper in the into the entertainment facilities, definitely you can bring stuff like small blades in order to protect yourself, that sort of thing. But any kind of firearms, that stuff, that is not allowed. You'll be fined or imprisoned.
Very well, understood. Can't be too careful. I
says,
presume our security is guaranteed here. You have sufficient personnel to prevent us from being attacked by anyone else. Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Is there? Are all of your members of your crew coming on board? They will all need passes. We do have them here. He goes ahead and brings out basically a pad of kind of like this thick kind of cardstock, and he's ready to go ahead and distribute them to any of the crew that wish to remain for the time being. 24 hours at least.
Yes, definitely. Very well. Let me contact our captain, and I'm not sure who all will be disembarking, but I will make sure they come down promptly to receive the pass from you.
Very well. We will be over there in that station over there. He points just down through the walkway. There will be arrows pointing towards the customs area, and that's where you will receive your passes.
Very well. And for our departure procedures, is there a pre-flight customs inspection that we have to undergo, or any other unusual procedures that we have to follow?
Negative. When you decide that you are willing to wanting to disembark from our starport, just give us the word from the comms, and we will go ahead and open the facility for you in order to exit the docking bay.
Splendid. Thank you for your help.
No problem. Thank you, Mr. 𝙏𝙍𝘼𝙑𝙀𝙍. He goes ahead and hands you back your manifest and everything. Says, have a great day.
You as well. I reboard the ship and brief Ryan Cobb on the procedures and the fact that no one should be disembarking with firearms because it's going to cause problems.
Roger that.
Definitely.
Gotcha.
Alrighty. So, Russ kind of looks over at you, Kos, and says, well, all we got to do is kind of just stick it out here and wait for the boys to show up. So, keep an eye out.
Piece of cake. Piece of cake.
Exactly. Let's hope none of it gets on our face.
Yeah, I could go for some cake. Now that I mention it.
Well, okay. I tell you what, if you want to go ahead and go on the pass, I'll take the first watch with this. I'll let you know what's happening if there's anything going on. If you want to go ahead and go on board with the rest of the
Unless
guys,
they need some sort of, extra muscle, I don't see the point. I'm good.
okay. We'll stick it out here then. And you guys basically hang out. the rest of you. You know, as Cora's getting unbuckled and everything, she's going, I need some air. I need a breather. And you know, it's Overton's kind of like, oh, thank God. We can get off and, you know, give our legs a stretch. Everybody starts kind of like, you know, moving around, getting stuff ready. They go ahead and stow away, you know, any kind of weapons and stuff like that. And just basically take their essentials and start getting ready to go.
Riadimus,
Go ahead.
recommend that you set a curfew for everybody to be back on board and tell folks they have to be at least with one other member of the crew or the company here so that they don't get separated.
Roger. I get on the intercom. This is your captain speaking. It's Rye. I just want to let you go that there is a curfew. If you are planning on leaving the ship, do it with the buddy system. We don't want to make sure that someone just randomly gets lost. Any other complaints or inquiries, please let us know and we'll attend to them. I hope you have a great night. And please stay safe.
And yep. Alrighty.
I'm going to configure the internal and external sensors to record any movements on and off the ship so we can see what cargo is coming on board.
Okay.
And I'm going to have that record to a private memory bank that only myself, Ryan, and Cobb can access.
The hidden archive. Alrighty. In the meantime, Cora and the rest of the crew are kind of like, oh, thank God, let's get off. So they all end up gathering basically one group. So we have Cora, Sal, and let's see, Overton and Shar all start heading out. They're all going to head out in one group. And they let you know, they message you guys saying, we're all going to go ahead and head out in one group and you know, check things out at the in the bars and stuff.
Message them back. Roger that. Stay safe.
Yep. So you see them go over to the customs area. They all get issued their passes after exchanging credentials, and they start heading off down the further into the hallway and basically disappear. The rest of you guys remain on the ship. And nobody else is going off?
I'll go and see if Scott wants to come along, and he's never been to an alien place before. So
Okay.
might as well take him for a little bit of a tour.
Yeah, you basically, when you approach Scott, you see there's Scott, Zalia, and Jack. And Jack's kind of toying around with some diagrams. He's like writing stuff down, and he's like drawing out all these kind of specific plans and stuff. And he's got this, this tablet. He's like moving it across. He's going, this is such a wonderful gadget. I can go ahead and like put stuff everywhere and just move it around and back and forth. It's pretty cool. He's like, oh, but wait, I'm missing something here. Oh, I think he starts writing down some more little diagrams and stuff. I think I got a way to go ahead and integrate that my machine into your sensors array, and it could do really neat stuff. Yeah. I'll have to pass this on to you guys as an idea. Maybe something could work out. I don't know. I haven't experimented enough with this. But it's exciting, isn't it? Isn't it?
I kind of just Yeah, look at Zally and roll my eyes but smile.
Yeah. Yeah, Jack. Here. I have a prescription here for you. It might help you a little bit. Have you ever heard of Ativan? He kind of looks at her. In the meantime, yeah, Scott is like, "Oh yeah, please let's go do something that's kind of earthy."
Yeah. So
He comes along. He's like, what about the rest of the guys? Are they coming with us or?
I'm not sure. I'll message Miss Rye. You guys gonna stay behind, or I'm gonna take Bailey out for a walk. Show him the sights.
I'll go along.
Okay. So
I'm gonna stay behind.
Okay, and Sally possibly gonna stay along with Jack.
Yeah, she's yeah.
She's gonna medicate him a little bit. He's got a little cray, but he might have some good ideas. Just admits if you and Overton want to talk to him about it before he actually tries anything, might be a good idea.
I'm sorry, talk to him about what?
Some of his ideas with hooking up his machine to our ship.
Yes. Well, we won't be making any unauthorized connections to the ship. We've had some upgrades recently that I'm sure that other devices probably are not going to be compatible with our net. So
yeah,
let's not do that.
I'll let you and Overton talk to him and at least see what he's got. Maybe it's something that'll work down the road. That's more your guys' thing than mine.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay. So you end up heading off with so basically so Cobb, you meet up with Adamus as well as Scott. Everybody starts heading off towards the customs. Credentials, please.
Okay, I'll hand them my ID and
check out. Go ahead, they give you a pass. Distribute it to you. Credentials, please. Scott is like, he pulls. They go crazy. He pulls out his driver's license, and the guy's like looking at it, going.
He's from a very backwards place. We wanted to just take him out and show him the town. We don't really have. He
writes it up as long as he is exactly who he says he is on this. No problems. They hand him his pass. Credentials, please.
Yep, I handed my.
He's like, you just talked to him not that long ago, but forgotten that face already.
And
shame.
They go ahead and check it over. Yep, and give you a pass as well. And you guys start, basically heading down the hallway through a couple of corridors, following basically where it's like saying entertainment, and you got this big sign saying Ronsk.
It's supposed to be the place.
And you're like, you're almost hearing something that sounds like. It's getting louder and louder.
Sounds like it's a hopping evening.
You start heading towards. You can see that there's like a set of doors up ahead. You see the sign saying RONKZ, and it's got like all kinds of weird looking lights on it and everything. And there's a couple of big burly guys standing in front of it. Like these guys are huge. As you approach, they hold their hand out, check out your pass, and they look it over. Go in.
You want to arm wrestle?
He looks at
That's
you.
one of them.
He's like, you either go in or you stay out. One or the other.
Chicken. Walk in.
You walk in. Basically, you see a whole bunch of people in this area. It's dark. There's like lights flashing on every once in a while with the beat of the music. Dum 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 dum. You got the band playing in the background, and what you see is there's various groups around here. You can see a bunch of guys. They're wearing these kind of like these weird kind of vest outfits, and they have like these on the back. You can see some sort of like markings that's saying herons on the back, and then you see some other ones. They got stuff like the drakes, and you'll see other guys with these massive tattoos on their arms and stuff. Some of them are saying lawless on them. Various kinds of different people. You can also see that there's dancers up on the various areas of the tables, and fairly scantily clad women in posing and doing stuff on these giant look like they're using some form of gravity propulsion to move themselves around in the air in various ways as they're undulating against these trapeze type poles and stuff, and they seem to be moving in quite an amazing kind of flowy way that kind of goes kind of hypnotic with the music
Graceful.
pulsing in the background. Yes, very graceful.
And make sure to grab Bailey's collar before he runs off.
He's just like, he's looking around going, oh my goodness. And you see waitress comes by, and she's basically got a platter full of these liquid drinks. She's basically talking to you, but all you hear is mumble, mumble, mumble.
Excuse me. Well,
mumble, mumble, mumble. Yeah, basically, she's indicating that for each shot, it's going to cost you 5 credits.
Okay, I'll first round's on me, so 3 shots.
For everybody? Okay.
Me and for the 3 of us.
Three of you? Yeah, basically, she goes ahead and passes the drinks around to all of you, and continues on her merry way. Kind of makes her way through a bunch of other, these big, huge, hulking guys and stuff, and yeah, you find yourself kind of like a table that's off in the one area there that's available. Otherwise, there's room up at the bar as well.
Yep, I'll take a seat at the table. I'm going to look around and see who else is in our vicinity. Anybody that looks like they are up to no good, or that is out of place?
Everybody in here looks like they're up to no good. You're looking at basically what look to be, kind of pirate types that kind of linger around. The Herons are a fairly prominent gang from of a fairly distant region of the space around here. The Lawless are kind of they're kind of like the space biker gang of the Glimmer Drift Federation. They tend to come through the Federation every once in a while in squadrons of ships. They don't really cause much trouble unless they've been stopped by the authorities, and that's usually when trouble occurs. So, from what you know, being the diplomatic type and how the arrangement has been in the past, you basically let them through and they don't bother you. So
I tell my companions to watch their backs. Don't piss anybody off in here. It'd be bad.
Yeah. So you have a gal. She goes ahead and comes over by the table, kind of floating along, and starts doing a bit of a dance for you. And you guys are enjoying, swacking back the drink. And everybody give me an endurance check, please.
The ones that are at the bar?
At the bar, yes. The ones who are drinking. Okay. Nice one, Cobb.
Nice.
Okay.
Geez, slow down on the liquor, my friend.
I think I rolled the wrong thing. Sorry, though. Was successful.
What'd you do?
Like
you
I said,
just
slow down,
rolled
my
the,
friend.
You rolled the
oh, not the
unskilled.
unskilled. No, roll the just off of your endurance, kind of like on the first page, their main page.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's better.
And as she's dancing, you notice like it's kind of really getting kind of hypnotic and everything. You're almost like looking at her, and her arms and everything are kind of going really rubbery and everything as you're kind of watching this. And you're kind of getting this kind of miasma kind of feel about your whole body. It kind of starts going all kind of tingly and feeling numb all over you're just kind of feeling a little weird, and all of a sudden like your eyesight starts going like with a bit of glitter along on the edges and stuff, and then suddenly you're like seeing like things like bouncing around like little, like kind of like jellyfish almost in the air that seem to be kind of floating by. And
I stand up, kind of knock the table back, and knock the drinks over on my companions to try to snap them out of it too,
okay.
and say, "I think there's something funny in the drinks, fellas."
And Scott is going, he's like looking around going, oh, oh. And then he looks at you. He's like, he stares right in your face and goes, oh. And you're kind of looking at him. You know, you're feeling strange and everything. And Cobb, you feel funny, but you're not. You kind of know that something's a little amiss with your senses, but you're noticing that she looks a little rubberier. People are kind of looking like when they have makeup on their face, it's kind of like caked on, and it's just like, whoa, you're kind of it's kind of a weird kind of looking thing, but suddenly like you start feeling like you're starting to come back, and suddenly all your vision starts clearing up quite easily, and like your senses come through, and Scott's kind of like on the side of the table with the side of his head. He's like, what was that? What was that? I'm not drinking that again. He's
Scott, you there? You with me?
like,
You in Kansas?
He's like smacking his face, trying. He's like, what was that? I saw all kinds of weird. I thought I was. I swear, I went through 3 years of torture just all of a sudden. It just came at me, and I just. And you suddenly realize that like 3 hours have gone by really fast.
It's the aliens. They're just trying to probe you, man. You need to toughen up.
And as you're going along, you can see that you eventually bump into the rest of the crew, Cora and the rest of the gang, and they're just like, they're kind of walking around, kind of like, let's get out of here. As they see you, oh, thank God. And they kind of reach around and grab onto you and like, let's get out of here. They're Meantime,
So it wasn't just us.
back in the at the ship, Russ gets this call on his device. He's like, yeah, it looks like they're getting ready to go ahead and pass up the goods. We'll have to, sit by and let them, give them access to the ship. Hey, Rye, he calls out over the intercom.
Go ahead.
He says, our load is about to come on board, and we got to go ahead and offload this cargo for him.
Okay.
He says they're going to be here in a couple minutes.
I open the bay door.
Bay door is open, and eventually you see this vehicle kind of come through one of the corridors. It's trailing along this kind of like a trailer in behind it with some cargo bins on it, and you can see that they approach. There's a couple of guys inside the vehicle, 2 guys on the back. And they're kind of like looking around as they're going through, you know, and it approaches the ramp and comes to a halt. And they look around and note you guys up in the cargo area. They get out and they start, you know, unwrapping everything, and they pat the cargo bins in the back, and you know, one of them says, "Hey, where's the goods?" And she goes, let's go ahead and head these off. Come on, boys, let's load this stuff off. It's right here. These 2 crates here, and 2 gentlemen from the back of the vehicle go ahead and maneuver their way into up on the ramp, get into the cargo area, and start you know, grabbing on. They put a couple of these units on top of the cargo and lift it up fairly handily. It seems to be some sort of an anti-grav type of device that has clung itself onto the cargo bin, and they start pulling it out.
I'm going to start inspecting what we're receiving.
Okay, you go over and take a look at the bins, and you can see you can open them up if you'd like.
I do.
Pop it open, and yeah, you see a kind of a green, kind of crystalline substance. These things are full of this green crystalline substance. It's kind of got a really kind of a weird smell when you open them up. You can see that the bins are lined with kind of like a some sort of a polyurethane kind of wrapping around them to keep them from touching the actual bin on the insides. And Russ comes over. He kind of inspects it as well. He says, "Yeah, this looks like the stuff."
Make sure I check each and every one.
Yeah, 4 bins of them, basically. Some quite, yeah, all the same. Kind of has a really kind of weird smell to it as well. Basically, put the little clamps on, and the gravity takes hold, and you guys easily push these bins back into the cargo bay. Basically, everybody does their transfer back and forth, and yeah, all of the bins get fully put into the cargo bay. No problem. The other guys pack up, get ready, everything cinched up, and do the basic nod to you and start heading out. So,
we good, Russ?
Yeah, we're all good. Looks like everything's cool. He calls up, "Hey, Rye, close up the cargo. We're all good to go."
Copy that. And I close it.
Okay. He says,
"Hey, looks shore leavers back home too."
What was that?
You might want to get the shore leavers back home too.
Yeah, for sure. I'm glad that went over like butter. He says, couldn't have gone better. I was really hoping
I messaged the rest of my crew. Trade's been done. Time to come home.
You guys get the briefing, you know, throughout the the in the background, you're hearing kind of like this crackle of, everything's been done. Get back home, basically. And
Copy.
yeah, Scott.
Go ahead.
Scott's like, oh, and everybody else is kind of dragging him along, bringing him back. Kind of, a couple of people have him one arm and the other, bringing him through. And everybody ends up coming back, makes it back into the cargo area. The customs approach you, and done with the passes. Turn them in here, and you guys exchange the passes, and everybody's led on through. They kind of laugh at your guy Scott there, who seems to be still in a bit of a state. And you guys move on back into the ship and head on in. You can see that there is 4 crates that have been replaced, the 2 that you had of the chips, which are now gone.
I ask Overton to stow those in a place that they are not going to be obviously found if someone boards us on the way out of the system.
He says, well, we have 3 berths that are available. We could probably store them in those.
That's fine. Just to the other side.
Okay.
I make sure our cargo manifest does not include these crates.
Will do.
We're being real pirates now, ladies and gentlemen.
Everybody starts moving the crates into position. Basically, dump the goods into the freezing berths, and yeah.
I request PENDRY Dockmaster. This is the free trader Nebuchadnezzar requesting departure clearance for immediate departure.
Are they in enough shape to fly the ship? That's the question.
She's kind of like, yeah, I can do this. And she starts up the ship.
If she's in no condition to fly, I can do it.
Yeah, she's like, you know your way around a ship?
Yeah.
Hey, have at her. I'll just sit by over here and make sure everything's okay. So,
piece of cake.
Yeah. Cuss ends up taking over the station, and you start getting at the yoke and everything, get everything switching on. And the meantime, outside depressurizes and the hangar doors open, and you set the engines to ignite, and you end up coming up and flowing out towards space, and you head out like a bird in the wind.
Nice ship you got here, guys.
Now set coordinates to Fal.
Sa.
Oh, Sa is your next location.
Did we want to go to Sa or Fal? Because Fal is where we need to go. Sa's we can get to.
Yeah, Sa you
It's
can
not.
get to.
Yeah, it's not necessary to drop off the stuff, but
Yeah, Sa.
so it depends on.
Yeah,
I feel what medical Sa or Fal will work if we're just depends on you guys if you want to make the extra trip.
Recall from the last session, Sa may have facilities to go ahead and remedy your captain.
Yeah,
That's why we're going to Sa first.
yeah, sounds good. Yeah, Fal may also have them if Sa doesn't.
I gotta check Sa first.
Yep, sounds good. We're closer.
Yeah, it's the only way that you do not have jump 3 on this. You only have jump 2. So 2 hexes. Okay. And just so that you know, here's
Yeah.
share that again.
I'll go ahead and plot the course.
Okay.
And I'll make sure I get Bailey all nice and tucked in.
Yeah, he's like, he seems to be okay. He's just a little bit on the edge from the experience. And
It'll be all right.
that was kind of like everybody went on DMT for a little bit. You want to know any more about that? Watch any Joe Rogan on DMT.
Hard pass.
And off we go to the next system, and that's where we'll end it for now. We are already at our time limit. Awesome, guys. That was
It's amazing how quick time goes.
yeah, it was a little awkward in the beginning with the sound problems, but
It was.
we'll see what we can do
Like I
about
said, you could have seen my show last night.
that. All right.
It's good that you're actually able to play with us, though, Shadow.
Yes, it's very, very awesome to have you on.
I know my character's a little quiet, but that's kind of you guys you'll get it.
You know what? That's how I started out as well. So
No.
No, he has a reason to be quiet.
Yeah, normally I'd be blabbing left and right. If you've ever seen my show, I don't shut up. But the character,
send me a link. I'll watch it.
it's just Shadow and Sun on YouTube.
All right. I think I can get the link from Rick there.
Yeah,
So.
I'll post everything on the Discord for you guys. He's got a really good show. It's pretty fun, and he uses my music for his intro. So.
Oh yeah,
Isn't that the one that you created for someone before?
Yeah,
that's me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly. Alrighty, guys. So awesome. So next week, everybody good for next week?
Yep.
Right as rain.
Okay, I should be
real
perfect.
quick, Rick. Real quick, I sent you a message a while ago, and I guess you didn't get it on Discord because I can't do anything else. So I'm gonna, if I need to communicate, I'm just gonna do this. You know what I mean?
Okay. I'll check it.
I didn't know how to. I didn't want to interrupt, and
It's I'm just putting this out there. It's okay to go ahead and if you needed to say something, just let me know. You can say, Rick, I need to interject, off on the,
that's
kind
why I just make the
on the
phone
private,
signal.
on the private kind of idea. Yeah, no problem. If we were actually in the interface with you, you would be able to go ahead and type that in and say, I need
just like roll
private. Okay, but hopefully we'll
sure.
end up with you with a decent setup for next time, maybe.
I don't know if I'll be able to get my laptop by then, but I'm going to do my best.
Okay.
You know what? It's still going to be a pleasure to play with you next week. If you don't.
Yeah. We'll try to make. We'll try and make it work.
I really appreciate that, guys. You guys are a fun group. You know what you're doing, and none of the, no comparisons. But you guys are aces in my book. This was a lot of fun. I really appreciate it. I really do.
Hey, how did those bracelets turn out?
Yeah, nice meeting you.
All righty.
Have a wonderful week, everybody.
You too.
No, I will. I can't wait to go tell my son about this. So
hopefully you can get him to join in.
That's the plan.
Hey, he can help you make those bracelets, man. Like, that's awesome.
Alrighty, so
I want to pick one for next time.
Exactly. Alrighty, guys. If you like what you've seen, you want to see more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Just do it. It's free, and you help me expose the channel to more people. And,
exactly. Smash the button, man.
Smash it. Hit it. Hit it now.
Hit it now.
Get your ass to Mars.